And we are back here live from Studio 3 in downtown Wenatchee for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host. It's the 21st day of February 2024. My calendar tells me it's Wednesday. The unmistakable theme to Winning Wednesday, as sung by Grammy Award-winning artist Barbra Streisand, available to download on iTunes. Well, I got a whole bunch of these, folks, and I mean a whole bunch of these ticket vouchers for Wenatchee Wild hockey. They're down to just 4 home games now. In the regular season, that's it. There's only 13 games left before the playoffs begin. By the way, they lost last night. But they only have 4 regular season games left, and these are for regular season games. I thought I better start getting these babies out of here. These are ticket vouchers, premium seats between the blue lines, and they could be yours if you send me an email, winner@ncwlife.com, winner@ncwlife.com. You have to send in an email. That is how you enter, and we're going to have 2 winners today. And each winner is going to get 6 ticket vouchers. Now, again, there's only 4 games left. These are ticket vouchers. If you win, you go down to the Wenatchee Wild ticket office on the 2nd floor of the Town Toyota Center. You pick out the game, you pick out your seats, you turn in the vouchers, they give you the tickets, you're good to go. 2 winners, each getting 6 vouchers for any of the 4 remaining regular season home games. Their next home game, by the way, is on Wednesday, February 28th. Winner@ncwlife.com. Send in your email if you want to go to see the Wenatchee Wild for free. Good seats. This is well over $100 value each. Winner@ncwlife.com. Employees of local telecommunications, Solium Broadcasting, and their media families are not eligible. Sorry, Stetson, you can't win. And if you don't enter, you can't win. And don't forget, it's 1 entry per email address. If you have more than 1 email address, and a lot of people do, you can enter more than once, but not continuously on the same email address. We frown on these things. We'll do the winner a little bit later on. We'll do the drawing. 39 degrees, cloudy, misty, kind of another gray, dank day today. Things are going to change. Thursday's looking good. Friday's looking good. Saturday's looking good. Sunday, we start seeing a transition and then a significant weather change next week. Windy, cooler than normal temperatures, major snow in the mountain passes. We'll have all of those details coming up. Plus news, plus sports, as I already told you. The Wenatchee Wild lost last night to Spokane. We will have highlights. We got an Eric Granstrom update. Eric came into the studio yesterday. People, he's been gone for like a month. Where's Eric been? I get it all the time. I'm out and about. We get emails, we get phone calls, we get notes. Where's Eric? Is he okay? He's okay. We're going to check in with Eric when we get to sports. In the back half of the program, the Building What Matters Capital campaign for the new Wenatchee Valley YMCA is well underway. 2 special, actually 3 very special guests in the back half of the program. The mayor of Wenatchee, Mike Poyer, and his lovely wife, Maureen, have donated $10,000 to the track, the new synthetic indoor track that they want to build as part of the campus of the new YMCA. They're going to be leading that campaign, track-related specifically. So Mayor Poyer and his wife, Maureen, will be joining me, as will Dory Foster, the CEO of the Wenatchee Valley YMCA, to give us an update on the fundraising efforts. Good show for today. Busy. Let's go. Lots to touch on. And, of course, the Wenatchee Heights camera begins our tour around the valley, and it is a little misty and a little cloudy. 45 was our high yesterday, normal high 44. Pretty typical day for now late February. Sunrise this morning was at 6:56, sunset tonight 5:33. Tack on another 3 minutes of daylight, 10 hours and 37 minutes of daylight. We have for you today. Let's see what the Hay Canyon camera looks like. Good morning to Kashmir from high atop Hay Canyon. The snow is pretty much gone there, except in the very tip top of the north-facing slopes. Light traffic here on this Wednesday. Hello, Kashmir. Good to see you. Good morning to Omi Gardens. Well, not the gardens themselves. You can't see them. Can't really see much of anything except the low clouds and the fog hanging over the Old Station Industrial area and the Stimilk Complex. But that's what it looks like from our Omi Garden camera. That's about the same height as the Wenatchee Heights camera. It's just turned around the other direction. I like having to be able to do that. Leavenworth says hello, and we say hello to Leavenworth, who still has snow on the ground, but they get more snow. They don't get as much direct sunlight, and the temperatures are always a little bit cooler. And we say hello to Leavenworth. There are some significant changes in Mother Nature's wheelhouse coming our way. Starts Sunday afternoon and goes all the way through Wednesday. We're going to get a little bit of everything. There is the potential, anyway, for some big-time mountain snow, and they could use it. They're behind on the snowpack, and some pretty gusty winds starting really on Sunday afternoon and going all the way through Wednesday of next week. So computer models are still working them out, but we're going to see some pretty crazy weather next weekend. It really begins Sunday afternoon and goes through the middle of next week. We shall see, but just a quick heads up, could be a little dicey next week. It looks like February is going to go out like a lion. From the National Weather Service in detail, here we go. Lots of clouds, 40% chance of rain, most of it during the daytime hours. And we'll get up to around 45, which is just about normal. No rain in the forecast tonight, just clouds. 35 for the overnight low. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is looking good. 49, 49, 51. We start clouding up a little bit on Saturday afternoon. By Saturday night, the clouds will be here. Sunday looks pretty cloudy, but mild, and a chance of rain, high near 50 on Sunday. Sunday night is when things start to change a little bit. Snow level is going to go down to 900 feet Sunday night into Monday morning, and then we cool down a lot by a good 10 degrees. We'll go from above normal to below normal with rain in the valley and snow in the mountains. That's the forecast. Up next, the news. And we'll have it for you in 2 minutes. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Localtel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting localtel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
The day after I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
Well, as you can tell, it is cloudy and foggy and misty and some light rain. We are sitting at 39 degrees, mid-40s, lots of clouds today. Bountiful sunshine for everybody Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the weather starts changing again on Sunday. 9 minutes after the hour, a suspect in the shooting death of an East Wenatchee man earlier this month was arrested, taken into custody. This happened on Monday afternoon, and he was taken into custody by the East Cascade SWAT team. The arrest off of Highway 2 near Coles Corner led to an hour-long closure of the highway and a brief shelter-in-place order for residents in the area. Arrested 34-year-old Travis E. Collins of Leavenworth. He is accused of killing 35-year-old Julio C. Garcia Ramirez, who was found dead from a gunshot wound back on February 1st near a vehicle in the 1700 block of Rock Island Road. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morse said in a press release yesterday afternoon that Collins was arrested without incident just afternoon Monday near Highway 2 and Deep Powder Lane. The Eastmont School Board is going to hold a special meeting tomorrow night. Looks like they might try again. Talking about putting that school construction bond on the ballot in April. The last ballot count you see there showed Eastmont's bond barely under the 60% supermajority it needs to pass. And if Eastmont wants to put the resolution back on the ballot, their deadline is Friday for the special election that would be held on April 23rd. Thursday's board meeting will be at 5:30 and will be held at the district office located at Eastmont Avenue. Again, tomorrow night's special meeting there. It's been exactly 1 month since the Wenatchee School District announced the possible closure of Columbia Elementary School, and since then, parents, staff, and concerned community members have voiced their opinions on the matter at various meetings, including one PTO meeting in Columbia's cafeteria that packed the place. From that meeting formed the Columbia Parent Advocate Group. They're asking the district to take more time to consider their final decision on the closure of Columbia. Two of the members, occupational therapist Emily Bjork and Apple Capital gymnast owner Francie Fry, sat down with NCW Life to talk about the mission of the group.
The short timeline that parents and families are put on in this situation is not reflective as to, what a huge decision like this should allow. We're not going to actually know if this is a done deal till May 14th. That's only 4 months till the start of the next school year for us to all rearrange our lives, for typically developing children to develop their plan, and then for children who have IEPs or need extra support services, language services. It just seems unfeasible that all of that will happen in 4 months from the time this decision is made until the start of the next school year. So what we're asking is for the board and the school district to take a longer period of time to look at this decision and also take into account other options. We, as a parent advocate group, are working on a few proposals for other ways that we feel the district could save money. Maybe not as much initially, but it might be a better and more viable long-term solution to keep our Wenatchee Public Schools healthy for the long term.
We're not against the school district at all. We respect everybody that works, trying to better, public education, and it's just we feel like there seems to be a lack of support in our city in supporting public schools. And I think we're partly in this situation because there just hasn't been the ability to pass bonds and levies, and we as a parent group are motivated and we are ready to act, and we want to help. We want to help try and get that advocacy out there to support public schools. And if we are given the chance, we will take this momentum right into trying to get protest in favor of public schools. Yes. And try to bring people into knowing how critical and important it is and how it affects so many. I think Wenatchee deserves the absolute best education, sports, all of that. And I would hate to see that start to crumble. I know that a closure of a school is a very quick, straightforward way to get some money going. I feel it'll actually, in the long run, kind of start to create more of a deficit because it's gonna, it's putting families in the dark, and we already know that there's been some mishandling of funds, and so how does that look when it's your time to think about how you want to vote? I just feel like they could use some positive PR and some help from the community of trying to get people to vote in favor of schools. And so I know that I'm very motivated to help that because I believe in the public school system. I believe we should have a strong, viable, set of schools, and so we want to support them. We want to help them. And I hope that they recognize and see the value in that, in this process.
The thing that our group would like to bring up is that we will be planning some future events, including fundraising events to raise money for potential legal fees if we do feel like our parent advocate group and Columbia families do need to pursue legal action. We'll be trying to raise money for that. We also have some other events in the works, potential protests. We're looking at the feasibility of a parent-student walkout, continued rallies and ways to get the community involved in becoming more aware of the situation, but also allowing people to feel like they have a voice, and that we're really all a team and we can work together to find better solutions to this situation.
And speaking of schools, the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center could be in for some major renovations and upgrades, according to the Senate capital budget proposal. The plan proposes $14.5 million to complete a series of renovations under this Skills Center construction program. The Wenatchee School District would use the money to modernize the Tech Center's buildings A and B. They would do it in 3 phases. The improvements would include new instructional spaces and health and safety upgrades in each building. The House and Senate have to agree on a final budget before they send it off to the governor for his final signature. That's the news at 16 minutes after the hour. The news in a newscast, a standalone half-hour newscast to keep you in the loop of what's going on around here, comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on television, on TV, 5, 6, and 10. If that doesn't work for you, it'll be posted and running and ready for you to point and click on our homepage, ncwlife.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and our app. And if you haven't downloaded our app yet, you can do so right now by scanning the QR code. And if there's something out there you think we need to know about, let us know about it. News at ncwlife.com. The prodigal son, Eric Granstrom, paid us a visit yesterday. We'll get an update with Eric on how he's doing with sports. It's next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. We can lift this up here.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 72 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Sports. The Spokane Chiefs scored just 64 seconds into the contest. Spokane never trailed. And the Wenatchee Wild dropping a 6-4 decision last night at the Town Toyota Center.
Wrist shot from the left half. Flipped over near corner. Persofsky battling for it. Sherbina has that one squeak away. And Catton make that roulette. Brings it ahead. Finds Catton. Looks to get it to the backhand. Chance! Backhand right in front of the net. And he shovels it in and scores. Kuntz plays it out for McCaggerty. Can the Wild get it outside the zone? They do. Maybe they enter with numbers. 2-on-1. Driving in. Bukart's backdoor. Frazier. He scores! One-timer! 1-1. Ty Frazier in game number 99 in his WHL career. It's 1-1. Wenatchee ties this up. The right wing, Moore looking for a shot. Sends it in front. Kick save made by Cowan with 15:40 left in the first. Chip pass ahead. Right wing driving in. Top shelf. They score. A wrister and a snipe at that. The shot comes from Chase Bertholet. And it's 2-1. Spokane back in front. Left hash mark. Chipped across for McIsaac. Got all the way through on the pass from Van Olm. Back out to the right point. Van Olm with a blast, and it's tipped in. They score. Pushed off his feet was Isogai from behind. They're letting him play right now, though. Arp at the left hash mark. Looks to get it to the net. One-timer. They score! Josh Fluker! One-timer cuts it to a one-goal game. It's 3-2. Second period. Near corner, spun into the wall is Ekstrom. Skidded into the boards nearby. Was streaked. They throw it on a sharp angle. Karam and into the net. It's 4-2. Turns another one away. Streak trying to get to the net. And the Wild drive it ahead. Cooper finding Sward. Going back. Dorian rattles home. They score! Ekstrom with a wrist shot. That one blocked. Played across for McIsaac. It ends up in his hands, and his shot ends up low and in the back of the net. Deflected wide. Sward gets to it with a minute to go, and a minute 16 left on the Dick Seating and Air Conditioning power play. That one from Van Olm from the left point is in the empty net. On the initial shot coming from Ward. Another shot from the left point, turned wide. Ward with a chance, left half, he scores! Sam Ward with a blast from the left wing. Who touched it?
The Wild begin their longest road trip of the year as far as actual physical distancing. They'll be in Alberta over the weekend. Their next home game, by the way, February 28th against Regina. So Eric, what's going on with Eric Granstrom? We're getting phone calls, we're getting emails, people stopping me in the streets. Well, Eric dropped by our studios yesterday afternoon, and here's what he had to say.
Well, hello to my television family. It has been too long, almost a month as a matter of fact, and I thought I'd come in and give you a little update on my journey, which began back on January 16th. I was injured, didn't know it, simply carrying some bags up some stairs. Next day, my neck started to hurt. 2 days later, it really hurt. By the weekend, I could, well, this is about as high as I could raise this arm right now, and then just pain. Lots of pain, lots of pain. So thanks to the behest of my wife, I finally went into the walk-in clinic on Monday, January 22nd. They took x-rays and then said, you need to go to the ER to get an MRI. 10 hours at the ER before I finally got the MRI. Referred to a spinal surgery center on January 25th. The MRI showed an abutment of spinal area in my neck on the left side, they referred me to a spinal surgeon. I had to wait another week. Finally met with a spinal surgeon on February 1st. They said 2 discs between C4 and C7 herniated and I needed surgery to repair it. They planned to replace the discs between C4 and C5 and C5 and C6 as well as C6 and C7 as they build a cage, insert some screws, and basically fuse the spine. Was told surgery would result in the loss of my voice for a couple of weeks. The rest has been waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, I learned I'd have surgery February 22nd. On February 7th, by the way, 15 days of more waiting. Initially, I was prescribed some prednisone and oxycodone, switched to gabapentin, was very sick for basically 3 weeks, vomiting. Finally switched me from oxycodone to hydrocodone, and that helped tremendously with nausea. Sleep has been difficult. The pain always there. The meds reduce it a little, but not nearly all. I've been on our couch recliner since the injury and get about 90 minutes of sleep at a time before I have to change ice packs or take more medicine. I have a new respect for anyone dealing with pain issues or with chronic pain, that is for sure. I need to thank some folks. First of all, my wife. She is my biggest advocate, my mama bear, as I like to say. She has been helping me throughout this entire process, not just supporting me on the home front, but also with doctor visits and things like that. So thank you to Marianne. Also, thanks to the crew here, to Dan, to Grant, to Malcolm. Also, the youngster sophomore in high school, by the way, Jackson Dodd, for taking care of as a play-by-play in the sports while I've been gone. I can only do about 20 minutes of keyboard time at a time. As you can imagine, just holding my arms out like this hurts my neck extremely. Also, big thanks to Alicia Hunter and our boss here, Brenda Mandelas, and our entire team for picking up the slack since I've begun. I've been trying to work from home as much as possible behind the scenes. Now, driving has been pretty much out of the question except for doctor's appointments and runs to pick up more medicine. Of course, when I do drive, I have to plan ahead and not take medication, so that starts the chase all over again on trying to handle the pain. Huge thanks to everyone who has reached out to me via text or social media or dropping notes here at the TV station. I'm told to expect a 6-month recovery. I'll be back before then. In fact, let's take a look at our spring sports calendar, shall we, as far as the broadcast is concerned. It begins March 9th with the first of 3 boys lacrosse broadcasts here on the NCW Life Channel as Wenatchee hosts Woodinville at 2 o'clock. We'll have boys soccer March 12th with Quincy at Wenatchee, and then Eastmont at Wenatchee March 19th. Another lacrosse matchup will follow March 21st with Wenatchee hosting Chiawana. We'll have Eastmont soccer in Glacier Peak on Saturday, March 23rd, and Eastmont baseball versus West Valley Tuesday, March 26th. The April schedule begins with Eastmont and Moses Lake baseball on Tuesday the 2nd. Eastmont hosts Wenatchee and boys soccer Friday the 12th. Our final lacrosse game will be Saturday, April 13th with Wenatchee and East Valley. Schedule is mixed in with soccer and baseball as well as the season opener at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval on April 20th. April ends for us with the first of 3 parade broadcasts with the Technoplex Youth Parade on April 27th. Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade is Friday, May 3rd, and the Stamilk Growers Grand Parade the following day on Saturday, May 4th. A couple of softball dates will round out the prep schedule in May. We'll have another race at WVSO on Saturday, May 18th with Military Appreciation Night. So we are moving forward. The ball is still being carried by a ton of folks here. So thanks again to my crew, and thank you for your patience while this happens to me. Life happens while you're making other plans, right? So Thursday, surgery, better, mend, back, no pain, would love that. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support here on the NCW Life Channel.
And thank you, Eric, and we will continue to drive the snowplow until you get back. Best wishes, and that's sports at 26 minutes after the hour. Happy National Sticky Bun Day. Today, the proverbial sticky bun. That's all I got for you for the obscure holiday. We'll move straight forward into today in history. Happy birthday to the phone book, the item that nobody uses anymore. The phone book, the very first phone book, was issued in New Haven, Connecticut on this date in 1878. It was a piece of cardboard. It listed the 50 businesses and individuals and government institutions that had telephones. They didn't have telephone numbers because there wasn't any telephone numbers. In 1878, you picked up your telephone, you got the operator, Sarah, can you patch me into Drucker's store? And that's how that worked. But it was a listing of everybody who had a phone. Happy birthday to the phone book. I haven't used a phone book in 25 years. Thank you, Internet. But the phone book is 146 years old today. On this date, in 1947, Edwin Land unveiled the Land camera, the camera that had the little bitty dark room built right into it. You take a picture, 90 seconds later, you got the picture. The instant camera, the Polaroid Land camera, named after the guy who invented it, and that's it, by the way, was rolled out on this date 77 years ago. In the 1970s, they were really popular. I had a couple. 52 years ago today, February 21st, 1972, Nixon goes to China for 20 years. After Chairman Mao took over and the communists took over China, there was absolutely zero relations whatsoever with communist China. Nothing. They didn't talk to us. We didn't talk to them. No ambassadors, no embassies, no diplomatic relations, nothing. And Nixon said, we probably, since there's about 700 billion people in China, we should at least check it out. Nixon goes to China. And finally, 35 years ago today, at the office of the Commissioner of Baseball, Peter Ubroth, he summons Pete Rose to sit down and talk about some troubling things that they've been hearing about Pete Rose and his gambling habits. The beginning of the end. 1989 was a crappy year in Major League Baseball, and it began on this date. In 1989, birthdays. David Geffen was Jackson Browne's manager. Jackson Browne, great songwriter, was obviously going to be one of the most influential musicians and songwriters of the 1970s. David Geffen was his agent. He couldn't get a record contract for Jackson Browne. Nobody would sign his client. And so David Geffen and his partner, Elliot Roberts, decided if we can't get a record company to sign our client, Jackson Browne, we'll start our own record company. And they started Asylum Records, and it became the singer-songwriter label of the 1970s. He eventually sold it for $1 gazillion. He's worth billions now, David Geffen. In fact, In February of 2020, 4 years ago, David Geffen sold his Beverly Hills mansion to Jeff Bezos of Amazon. He sold his mansion to Jeff Bezos for $164 million, which is believed to be the highest amount ever paid in a real estate transaction in California. I don't know what David did to the money. He's 81 years old today. C-3PO. Anthony Daniels is 78. They have made 10 Star Wars films. He is the only person to be in all 10 of them, every one of the theatrical films. And of course, his sidekick, R2-D2, was played by the late Kenny Baker. They hated each other. Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker, they had great charisma on screen. Off screen, when they weren't rolling film and they weren't in costume, they just couldn't abide one another. Anthony Daniels is 78, and Kelsey Grammer is 69 years old today. He has a room full of Emmys. Happy 69th to Kelsey Grammer, and a good actor, too. Special thanks to Alpine Air, our platinum sponsor. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks to our friends at Pool to Spa Services on Worthen Street in Wenatchee. It's time to get playing. Always wanted the pool in your backyard? Give them a call, or maybe a hot tub. Pool to Spa Services, and our friends at Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Gold sponsors here on the NCW Life channel. Mike Minotti's got an opinion about ads that pop up when you're surfing the internet. Can't wait for that. And then we're going to get an update about the Building What Matters Capital campaign. We're going to do this on a regular basis with our friends, the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Dory Foster is the CEO. She's going to give you the latest details from the last time she visited. And the mayor of Wenatchee and his lovely wife, Maureen, are going to be joining me as well. They're making a big-time contribution right out of their own pocketbook. Mike Poyer and Maureen Poyer join me next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. So you're at work, and it's your break time, and you just need a few minutes to decompress, and you open up Microsoft Solitaire, a game that's been on Windows for who knows how long. And you know, but before you can play a simple solitaire game, some stupid ad comes on for another game you have no interest in playing, or for some drug that you can't take because you're allergic to it, or an ad for a vacation in Texas, which is the last place anybody on earth would want to go. But there's also a link to remove the ads for only $2 a month. You know, my question to Bill Gates is this. Yo, Bill, how much money do you need? How much do you want to soak me for? Yeah, you really want to hit me for an extra $2 a month just so I can play a cheesy game that comes with an operating system that you're already charging me a rental fee for? I mean, come on, enough is enough. Jeez, how much money do some people need? This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
Your home runs on hot water. From the kitchen, to the bath, to the laundry. So Rheem offers a wide variety of water heaters from traditional models to ones smart enough to tell you how much hot water is available. On second thought, perhaps the laundry can wait.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
At Boswell's, take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and microcliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
Welcome back to the program. Pretty exciting news from Mayor Mike Poyer and his lovely wife Maureen involving the capital campaign, the Building What Matters campaign, as we continue to work our way towards getting a brand new Wenatchee Valley YMCA built at the headquarters, the old headquarters of the Chelan County PUD. Maureen Poyer, Mike Poyer, the mayor, his honor, Mayor Poyer. Are you used to that yet, bud?
I am getting used to it, but again, every day, I wake up every day and realize it's not about me, it's about our community. So I do that every day, and I have a little sign in my office, used to be your brother's office, and it says, today's best day ever. And so I try to go with that, even though sometimes our days aren't the best. I go with that philosophy and keep it a good attitude, yeah.
Have you talked much to my brother since the first of the year? I mean, did he say, if you have something, give me a call? Or?
Oh, for sure. He's open door anytime. I probably talked to him 4 or 5 times, and a couple of issues, and he, literally the day after the election, they set me up a little office, and basically Frank said, hey, you know what, this is a transition, we want to be here for you, and here we go. So he did a great job with that transition, and he actually went on vacation. You don't go on very many vacations being mayor, but he went on vacation for a week and got settled in. But yeah, he's been supportive. Again, only like 4 or 5 times. Last time I saw him in the city building, he says, no, I'm not coming upstairs. This is yours, and you need to take care of it. So.
And right out of the box, with the vacancy in your district, it had to be filled. I was very impressed with the candidates that stepped forward and was willing to participate as public servants. All these people were highly qualified to take your place on the council, and you chose Chelsea. Your council did, but that must have been very difficult.
It was incredible to get 9. Can you imagine 9 applications? That's unheard of for this. It just tells you that the city's going the right direction. We're being positive, and we did brought in the top 4, and all 4 of them. And what was really nice about all 4 of them, that either one of them was supporting the other. I'm telling you, they were supporting the other. And so it was very emotional, but we picked what we thought would be best to bring something to the city that we haven't had with City Council member Ewer. So, but again, all the other ones want to still participate. Matter of fact, a couple of them signed up for boards already, and they want to participate back. And I think that's the key for my administration, is what can we give back to the community, continue to do the right things, step forward.
Does the general public have any idea what kind of work you and the City Council does on a weekly basis leading up to the Thursday meetings? It's a lot of work for, quite frankly, not a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it is. It's kind of a volunteer job.
So it is interesting. I mean, it's all public knowledge. I think it pays $85,000 a year, and but that's, my wife and I both decided we're going to give that money back. You know, we have enough. We're not rich by any means, but we have enough. We have what we want. Our kids are at the ages that they have their own life and careers, and it's just something that's important back to the community. But yeah, the first few weeks I worked 40 to 60 to 80 hours a week. Thanksgiving Day I was there. I think nobody has an idea except Frank Kuntz. Nobody has an idea what the effort you have to go through with the meetings, commitments, transparency, and it's getting better. I think last week, to be honest, I worked less than 40 hours, so I was very happy, and it's exciting. And again, it's not about you and I or Maureen. It's about our community.
But you had to sign off on this. I mean, you were. This is a partnership because you know you're not going to see your husband much now for the next 4 years at least. But you're cool with that.
Yes, that's true. And Mike's really good about decompressing before he comes home, and
that's nice
sometimes, most of the time, he really is good. So he comes home and he's okay to go, and we talk a lot. So I'm okay with it.
And history tells me, before we move on to the subject at hand, you're not going to see him Thursdays really at all.
No, I've already experienced that. Yes, he's been gone all day long. But I have been watching the City Council meetings, so I get to see him there.
Yeah. By the way, the City Council meetings on YouTube, huge spike now. When my brother was running the meetings, the YouTube page 2 or 3 views. Now you're running it. It's like 45 views.
Oh, I had no idea. But Maureen and all my family has been supportive. If it wasn't them, I wouldn't do it. Part of it was like, is this really what I want to do? And they says yes. And Maureen was a kindergarten teacher, you know, for quite a few years, and it's that kindness and caring, but also that compassionate push, right? And that's important. So if it wasn't the support of my wife, 37 years marriage, if it wasn't the support of my wife and my children to know this is the right thing to do, I would have never done it.
Speaking of the right thing to do, getting a new Wenatchee Valley YMCA built is the right thing to do to get rid of 86 that building that's 115 years old. You and your lovely wife wrote a big fat check to Dory, and it cleared the bank. Talk about that real quick. This is a cool thing. You got the ball rolling on this track. Talk about, either one of you want to tackle that.
Well, we wrote a check to help start the track at the YMCA. It's been a big part of our lives, and I had said, when we did the segment at the Wenatchee High School track, I had said that my dad was a swimmer there for 15 years. I told my dad that, and I went home and he said, 15 years? I've been swimming there for 50 years. And so to me, that just says that through the generations in our family, we have been supporting the Y and using the Y, and our grandchildren are using it now. And so it's just a great thing, and it's time for a new YMCA, so we wanted to start that ball rolling. And why the track? I mean, you could have earmarked it for anything, but the track is special for you guys? Yeah, if you've seen the vision, it looks like it's on the second floor, and things can change as it evolves, but it just looked like that was a best part of the community. You had little grandchildren there. You know, when you see this vision, you have the Marine's dad will be there at 91 years old, walking around the track, and we'll be there. It just seemed like that was the most appealing to us. And it's a lot of glass and openness, and that's it just
it hit us home. But yeah, matter of fact, Marines parents donated a little bit more money, and they want to be part of this track too, to keep getting the foot. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of fun. I don't know if we can figure out, maybe Dory can do this, but figure out, every week, let's see how far along we get on the track. Maybe we can put people's faces on there if they don't mind. We don't have to say how much money people donated or didn't donate, but just being part of the track. And I'll say this: it doesn't matter if you do $10 or $100 or whatever it is. It's all of us contributing, and so we're all in this together. And again, I use a lot of that word togetherness, but that's what it comes down to. $100 for me might be the same as a kid giving $1, and to me, that kid gave more than I did. So that's exciting.
It is. We're going to check in with Dory Foster, the CEO of the Y, in just a couple of minutes after this quick commercial break. Last question for you, Mayor Poyer. Talk about the importance of getting a new Y for not only the city of Wenatchee, but for the Wenatchee Valley. It's long overdue. It'll probably happen on your watch. Talk about the importance of a strong, thriving YMCA with a new campus and a new facility at the bottom of 5th Street.
Yeah, I don't think people maybe not understand it completely, but when you have this, it brings a whole new energy on here. So also, there's going to be this swimming pool, right? We have the rivers, we have the lakes around us. There's no reason. The YMCA will not deny anybody based on income. And if you think about that alone, that means nobody should be able to not learn how to swim. Right? So if you just think of the swimming pool, the tracks, exercise, and lots of things, but just that idea of swim lessons that we can give back. But I look at it as an energy, and it's going to bring in money from people from outside too, because there'll be little restaurants around there, and so that's exciting. Besides the commerce of it, it's exciting, and you're going to see this new vibe that when this is done. So, and we're all going to be part of it.
Congratulations, and that's a great start. That's $10,000 seed money is wonderful. Maureen, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Michael, as always. If you learned anything from this conversation, is that Leo Sachs is 91 years old, and he was also my Little League baseball coach. Now I feel old. Dory Foster is going to give us an update on the Building What Matters campaign when we come back. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients, handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family. Every once in a while, about every 6 weeks or once a quarter, Dory Foster, the CEO of the Wenatchee Valley YMCA, is coming in here to give me an update on the Building What Matters capital campaign, which began late summer. Help me out with the timeline.
We actually went public with it in October.
Right.
We had been quietly behind the scenes, gaining traction, putting a design together for the facility, getting some donations, and yeah, we went public in October, and here we are. We're a couple of weeks away from closing on the property.
The importance of making sure all your ducks in a row before you made it official in October was vitally important, because this is a huge deal for the Wenatchee Valley, and you didn't want to go in half-assed. You wanted to go in fully-assed, so to speak.
Fully, so to speak,
Yeah.
yes. And we wanted to make sure that we were listening, right? So the due diligence was part of the campaign early on. We had to determine where we could be or should be to serve the greatest part of our valley, and it is to remain in the downtown corridor. So we had to test the market on what would be considered not just downtown, it seems obvious to us, but what would be the exception. And there wasn't an exception. We had to stay downtown. And then, you know, we raised upwards of $10 million without a site, just a hope and a prayer that we'd have a site, the site at the PUD. And no schematics. We were using pictures of other gymnasiums of new Ys across the state. And it clearly resonated with a lot of donors. To your point, it's a 114-year-old facility. It is time, and we're all very excited. And what I hear from members that leave, can go someplace else and experience a new Y, they just get so much more excited. Or we have transients that come in, move into the area, are excited that there's a Y here, and then they come in sight and they're like, wait, what? This isn't the Y I left, right? In Everett or, you know, Skagit. So it's time. Yeah.
Did you look at some of the newer Y facilities all over the state to get some ideas? Did you do a little tour? Did you get like a tour T-shirt made?
We did.
Dory Foster YMCA tour?
I missed the T-shirt opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took board members. We went all over the state, looked at all the YMCAs, and more importantly, learned from the staff, the leadership team, and the board members that went through it, because that's a big dollar, right? $25 million is a lot of money. So we had to get ready and be okay with that number, right? So. Yeah.
It is President's Day as we tape this. Close to 12 million is the last I saw. Mm-hmm. Was there a goal to begin with? You know, we need enough money to break ground and then we'll just figure it out from there? Or are you pretty happy with where we're at right now?
Yeah, no, we need more money. Well, yeah. It's a big campaign, but we knew that we could raise $15 million in the private sector. So we need about another $4 million to achieve that $15 million mark. Mm-hmm.
And there is some built-in bumpers in there, buffers, if you will, because there's always a cost overrun or unsuspecting cost that wasn't part of the original. That's all factored into the budget, isn't it?
It's factored in, and then some. You know, originally we were looking at the land to be donated by a master developer. Now that the PUD is the master developer, we have to buy it from them. So that added to, and so we actually topped the campaign for the community at $25 million. So part of that is we're selling our current YMCA. That will be on the market in the next 30 days. We're going after state and federal funding. And yeah, so that deficit is still private funds, and we're about $4 million shy of the private fund goal.
Well, one way or the other, you're breaking ground in the not too distant future. Give me an update on the timeline.
Yeah, so we'll be purchasing the property before March 29th. Demo will begin in April, construction to begin in June. And we'll have a new YMCA by late fall 2025.
I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait. How do people, our viewers, the thousands and thousands of people who are watching this very program right now, because Dory is on, how do we help you out? What do we do?
Yes, go to our website. You can set up your reoccurring or your one-time donation online via credit card. Send us a check-in, give me a call. We have a 3 to 5 year pledge period going on, so you know, if you're thinking, well, I'd love to send in $100, $1,000, I ask you to consider what that would look like over 2 to 3 years, right? So is it $1,000 a year to triple your impact? And so that's what we're asking people to do. We know that we raise funds on an annual basis to make sure that no child is denied the ability to participate. That's called Partners in Youth. That's going on right now as well. So we have 2 chances to participate. That is typical. People get out their checkbooks. Oh, it's the Y, of course. Here's your $100 for the capital campaign. We're looking a little bit deeper. What is your personal legacy to this project? Because this is once in a generation, right? Once in a century. So we're asking people to consider what that would mean to them and their family.
Last question for Dory, and we'll cut her loose. She's a busy woman. Something occurred to me when you talked about new folks coming into town, and there's always new people coming into town. Longtime members of Ys, where they came from, and they come here and they say, wow, this is not much of a Y. Mm-hmm. You have got to be anticipating a significant influx in members when the new facility is up. There's probably people who don't want to join the Y here in the Wenatchee Valley because of the facilities. Correct. Is that something that you're anticipating, a significant uptick in membership with the new campus?
We are anticipating the first year, by the end of the first year, we'll most likely double our current impact. Wow. By the end of the second year, we'll probably quadruple it. I'm using other YMCAs that have done similar, Yakima, Everett, Skagit, Stanwood Y. For instance, Yakima was 1,400 units before they built the new Y. So a unit is my family of 4, you're a person of 1. They are now at 7,000 units. That's Yakima. They have a little bit stronger, and because of their aquatic center that's on steroids is attracting from outside of their service area, that's probably a little bit of reason, but those are units, those are membership units. So we're not counting on it. It's not part of the general budget, but that's what we're anticipating. Yeah.
Dory Foster, the CEO of the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Quarterly update. I guess I'll see you maybe. Well, we'll go to the groundbreaking.
You have to be at the groundbreaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As soon as you get a solid date, get a hold of me, and we will be there with bells on. I just got my bells back from the cleaners, and they're good to go. Thanks, Dory. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Dan.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now.
I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Central Washington Water is your solution for problem water. Whether you're on a well or municipal water, they can design a clean water system custom to you. Soft water eliminates water spots and scaling on fixtures. It protects appliances from hard water damage, saving you money. Soft water reduces soap usage that causes skin irritation and is a healthier choice to drink. Call for a free in-home consultation or stop by the store to have your water tested. Central Washington Water, your best water solution for home, pool, and spa.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Lake Chelan Sports is the place to find top brands like Hoka, Ons, Patagonia, and now a full line of Warrior products. With excellent customer service, Lake Chelan Sports has what you need.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
Welcome to Gilded Lily Home, where something extraordinary is waiting. You'll be delighted to find an amazing selection of specialty foods and tabletop decor. Browse their uniquely curated collection of gifts. Shop for yourself in their wide collection of jewelry and clothing, and for your home with their amazing hand-selected furniture, lighting, and decor. The Gilded Lily Home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items for your home, your kitchen, and your lifestyle.
The last 6 weeks, we gave away tickets to the Crepe House, and we had tickets. We had gift cards to the Crepe House, and tickets to events, and the big crab feed at the Senior Center. So I've been sitting on these Wenatchee Wild ticket vouchers, and by golly, they only have 4 more regular season home games left before the playoffs begin. And since these vouchers are only for regular season games, I figure I better get busy. And we're going to have 2 winners today, and each of them are going to get 6 ticket vouchers. Now again, there's only 4 games left, so you're kind of limited on the games you can choose, but these are vouchers. You take the vouchers, you go to the Wenatchee Wild ticket office, you exchange them in for tickets, and they're really good seats, premium seats. So we're going to have 2 winners today, and each are going to get 6 ticket vouchers for Wenatchee Wild hockey. So send in your email, winner@ncwlife.com, winner@ncwlife.com. That's the email address. You know the rules by now. It's 1 entry per email address. If you have more than 1 email address, and most people do, you can enter more than once, but you can only enter 1 time per email address. You can't enter dozens of times using the same email address. We keep track of these things, and employees of Local Telecommunications, Solion Broadcasting, and their immediate families are not eligible. Sorry, Cal. For the rest of the week. Send in your email. We'll give away some ticket vouchers. We'll do it again next week, too. We'll do it till I can get rid of these babies. I forgot I had them all. All right. There are some significant changes coming from Mother Nature. It's going to start Sunday afternoon. It's going to last through Wednesday of next week. Still kind of working on the computer models, but they're pretty confident that we're going to have a significant change in our weather pattern. for our area by late Sunday and going through Wednesday of next week. The potential for some big-time mountain snow in the Wenatchee Valley, more rain than snow, but very windy at times. Things are going to be very unsettled as we bid adieu to February. That's next week. In the meantime, over the next 7 days, it looks something like this. Lots of clouds, but pretty much what we got yesterday. We hit 45 yesterday. We're going to top off at about 45 today. About a 40% chance of showers, hit and miss light rain today. We dry out tonight. Still the clouds. They're not going anywhere. 35 for the overnight low. Thursday, here comes the sun, and we will take it. How about sunshine and a high near 50 on Thursday? If you can't do that, we'll do it again on Friday. Sunshine and mild temperatures, high of about 49 to 51 we go on Saturday, but Saturday late afternoon, say about 5-ish or so, you'll start seeing the clouds roll in from the west, and we will be clouded up on Saturday night. And by the time we get to Sunday, chance of rain returns. We'll still be in the lower 50s by the time we get to Sunday. And as we've already mentioned, big time change in the weather. As you can see, we'll be 10 degrees cooler for the high on Monday than we're expected to see on Sunday. That's it for us. Have a great and safe Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye.